All right, here we are back again, back again. Like I said, we've been gone for, was it how long we've been gone? Months, months. I know you all been clamoring to get back at us again. It's football season, it's basketball season, it's the greatest time of the year. Like I said, but we're gonna jump back into it. Welcome to the Novice Sports Show, where we three guys came together organically to talk about sports from a novice point of view. Like I said, please like, share, and subscribe again as we're trying to grow the channel. Like I said, we're gonna throw our catchphrase in. We're gonna say leave a comment. We would read it, but we probably not because again, we got daytime jobs. So with that, we're gonna get into our intros. We got
AJ.
Jay,
and we got who else?
I was Ben.
We got our what? We got our plus one. So of course, since it was the Mamba's birthday yesterday, and this great debate always will continue because it's everybody has their own opinion, right? So the question is, and will always be, where will Kobe the Mamba rank in your top 10, in your top 20? Because, we got all age groups on here. I'll go first. Okay. Kobe's like maybe in my top 10 just because of my age, right? So, of course, my favorite players were from the early 80s, 90s. So, of course, MJ because of the rings and the dominance that they had, icon. Of course, you had was it Magic Johnson in the Showtime Lakers, and of course, you had the Hick from Finch. Was it the Hick from Finch? Was it Larry Bird? So you had the Hick in there. Then, of course, you had oh my God, you had Dr. J, uh, Wilt Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And the list goes down further a little bit. But anyway, so Kobe's like in my top 10 just because of my age and the people that I watched. I like basketball, even though AJ says it was ugly because people were clotheslining folk coming through the lane and blood was flying everywhere. But, like I said, and to me, Kobe is Michael Jordan 2.0. So, would I love a duplicate of Michael or should I love the original? I love the original. That's all, but what y'all got to say about that?
Personally, I think to call Kobe, see, with my generation, we've started to put him too high on the
Okay.
list because of that, of
Mhm.
him being that replica of MJ. He may be a replica of MJ, but he was not MJ himself. Um,
Elaborate.
yeah.
Yeah, I
like
mean,
like I've seen people put him like top three, top four.
Yes. Top three.
I
well,
don't think that he belongs in the top three.
see, I don't think he belongs top three. Okay, I mean, like I said, because I get it. I really get it because the NBA was looking for its next face, and he happened to fill that spot. And again, what we say about being the face of the NBA, you have to give a piece of yourself. Right.
Mhm.
Kobe gave a piece of himself. Yeah. So yeah, in the scheme of, I would say face of the NBA, yeah, I give him top three. But as far as talent, again, to me, he just reminds me of Michael
Mike.
Jordan. The way his facial expressions, his mannerisms, his basically his shot selection.
I
I
mean,
I saw it all before. I saw it in the 90s.
I don't think Kobe had a weakness in this game.
Hmm?
If we're
Well,
talking about the player.
yeah, but neither did Michael.
That's what I'm saying. So I got it, Mike, Cole, Braun.
Hmm?
Kobe
Oh, I
ranks
forgot about LeBron. Yeah, LeBron's
yeah,
in there too.
Kobe ranks two for me. And
Hmm?
as far, let me ask you this question, Ben.
Hmm?
Not mad at the point of view. A lot of people don't
Good.
have their top five that he's not here anymore.
No, he's top six. I just don't like whenever he gets put like above Braun, and
Okay,
Okay.
so
that's
okay, so Mr.
So my,
Mr.
my question
Ben.
to you is take Braun aside.
it.
The Lakers is one of the what most recognized
Hmm.
franchises in the league.
Yep,
Mhm.
in the world.
The
Most
number one, yeah, I would say in the world. But I mean, who's done it besides Kobe?
Like when? How?
Who's been the face of that franchise?
I mean,
Other than take Braun out the way, because Braun just
other than let's see, hold up, other than Magic
and
Johnson.
Kobe. I'm talking about in this era of when he was born. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, all right. You talking about since Magic
Yeah,
Johnson
since
stepped
yeah,
away.
since then. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, all right.
But I know for me, since I've been born, it's been Braun. I mean it's been Kobe.
Kobe. Hmm. Right, but okay, but novice, who is your top six?
My top six,
Yeah.
the one I'm always going to go with Braun.
Okay.
I think that the longevity, the athleticism,
All right.
everything.
Okay.
Then two,
Next.
we got
Two.
MJ.
All right.
Um, the next spots are tricky for me. I know that Shaq's in there somewhere. Probably my five. I think that
Okay.
he was the most dominant.
Big man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's the most dominant big man in history. Um, and my three spot, controversial take. I have Stephen Curry there over Kobe Bryant. I think that Steph is the greatest shooter of all time, has influenced the game more. Um, it's
Well,
just
all right.
Kobe brought that mentality to the game, but the I just see more potential in Steph Curry. Like I would put the ball in Steph Curry's hands over Kobe 60% of the time.
See, and that's interesting that you say that. I can agree to an extent.
Mhm.
Okay.
Like, it's so weird. Not saying Kobe couldn't play in today's time because I think he could.
No,
Mhm.
he definitely could. Yeah, he
I would
definitely
want the ball like in Kobe's time and era. I would want the ball in Kobe's hand.
exactly.
Now, Steph,
Exactly.
because Steph in that era, I don't think would be as not successful,
Mhm.
impactful because the game was different.
Yep.
Inside out. I said
Yeah.
AJ's quiet over there.
But I'm not mad at Curry being,
He's waiting my turn.
yeah. I'm not mad at Curry being three though.
All
Yeah.
right. All right.
Wait,
He's
no.
waiting my turn.
All right. So okay. So wait a minute. What is your okay? So everybody's giving their top five. What you got
Hold
for
on,
your
so hold
top
on, wait,
five,
wait. So
Jay?
you got, so hold on. You have Braun,
Mhm.
Mike,
Okay, so yeah, I think that I'll put Kobe at my five instead.
Okay. All right.
Shaq,
Think
Kobe.
of another five. I can't think of four
Okay.
right there.
So hold up. So no Tim Duncan. No. I'm just saying. But
Yeah, I mean, Timmy, Timmy, he was so good, but like I don't know if I put him at that four.
okay. All right. So who you
I
who you
got,
who
I'm
you
trying
got,
to,
Jay?
I got Mike.
All right.
Mike was one because Mike was the blueprint.
Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm.
Kobe,
All right.
because he was the prototype of the blueprint.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And then like he was winning. Mentality, he was winning.
Mhm.
Who didn't have the mindset of like if I'm the alpha on the team, like I'm the one that wants to take the shot in the heat.
Yeah. Mhm.
Three, I'm gonna go Braun,
Okay.
longevity, impactful, can do it all.
Mhm.
At four, it's gonna be a little different that you're not gonna hear the magic and all that just because
Mhm. Age group. I get it.
yeah, it's magic. Like Magic's top 10 for sure though. He's solidified. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go
All right.
KG four.
Hey, G. Oh, you want Kevin Garnett?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. I don't know why I was
As a
thinking.
matter of fact, let me go Shaq first. Let me go
Okay,
Shaq.
Shaq. Okay, Shaq. Then
Oh,
KG.
KG at five.
Okay.
But I feel like KG. I feel like the KG, the Tim Duncans,
Hmm.
and the oh my gosh, I don't even want to say this out loud. Dirk. I feel like all of that's interchangeable.
Dirk.
As far as being a good power forward, I'm not saying Dirk should be top five though.
I
Okay. All
can
right.
that's valid.
Like Dirk got one ring. Be quiet. Yeah.
But it was how he got there.
He got one ring because Miami couldn't figure it
Yeah.
out.
I don't think Dirk is in top five solidified, but
Nah.
between power forwards that you normally hear is KG, the Tims, and Dirk.
Yeah, like I said, Dirk's.
I've never really heard of Chris Bosh, but
Yeah. Yeah. That's
honestly,
before
I
he
wouldn't
got
be mad
sick.
at somebody putting Chris Bosh in those interchangeable power forwards just because he did bring a lot to the game during that time.
Yeah. All right. We about to hear an explosion over here, y'all. I hear it coming. I hear it coming. Look, the light done dimmed. So what you got, AJ?
Ah,
Here we go. Let me
Okay,
clear my throat.
so let me start off by saying RIP Kobe Bryant,
Mhm.
one of the greats. Mamba mentality will live forever. And yeah, we'll go with that, right?
All right.
His work ethic, his that Mamba mentality is something that's going to be legendary forever through the history of basketball. However, a lot of that is mythical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to tell you why.
Uh-oh.
Number one, we can't really say the days of being able to criticize Kobe went away when he passed away so tragically, right? So there's a big rush of people now, to me, and again, this is all subjective because we all have opinions. Trust me when I tell you, nobody started talking about the GOAT until LeBron James came into his powers. They talked about greats. They talked about faces of the league. They talked about all time, but they didn't talk about GOAT because they had already anointed MJ as the GOAT. It was only when LeBron came around that people started arguing, is this dude better than MJ? Could this dude be better than MJ? People that love Kobe
You think
and
so?
Jay, your um, uh, generation, I don't blame you because that's who was the dude when you were coming in.
Right.
But you got to think about a couple things. Okay, number one, when I'm looking at GOAT and when I'm looking at greats, I don't count rings. The reason I don't count rings is because then you got to put Bill Russell up there, and there's no chance I'm doing that.
You got 10.
You got to put Havlicek, and you got to put Sam Jones. I'm not doing that. You got to put. So that's why I don't count rings. Okay, we've had this discussion before about
Right.
when I count rings, you only get credit when you were the alpha, when you were the main reason that carried the squad that got the ring. So, for example, in my AJ rankings, Michael Jordan has 6 rings because he was clearly the best player on all 6 of those teams. So he has 6 rings that he gets credit for.
I can't listen to what he about to say now about Bean. I can't listen.
You can't listen to it.
Bean gets credit for 2 rings because he ain't getting credit for the 3 that Shaq got. Because yes, he was very important. No, they don't win it without him. But Shaq got the MVP, all 3 of those. Shaq put up historic numbers, all 3 of those. And Shaq was the focal point on offense and defense during all of those. Now, would they have won those without Kobe? No. But Kobe don't get credit for those rings that he got with Kobe, with Shaq, but on the way that I judge who gets rings, right? So,
I got
like for example, LeBron, he gets credit for all 4 because he was the dominant player. He was the MVP. He was the best player on all 4 of those championships. I would contend that LeBron should have 2 more. Guess what? He didn't win those because we stopped giving it to the only person that's gotten the MVP of the finals who was on the losing team was Jerry West.
Yeah.
If you look at LeBron in 2015,
I mean,
when Iguodala got the MVP, LeBron led both teams in every statistical category.
But the loser don't get it.
The loser doesn't get it though. And they couldn't give it to Steph, even though that was his team, because he had a bad finals. So what they do, they decide, and the media decides, we're going to give it to Iguodala because he guarded LeBron
Mhm.
and they won. But if you look at Iguodala's stats, he's not deserving. I'd rather them give it to Steph just because it was Steph's team. But if you look at who was the dominant player, LeBron by far should have been the second person ever to get the Finals MVP from the losing team. But we're not talking about LeBron. We're talking about Kobe.
That's right.
I want to go out on a limb with that, AJ, and say,
Yep.
and I got, very unfortunate situation with Kobe, but like you were saying, as far as when he passed,
Yep.
it's not until after he passed everybody didn't care about winning anymore.
Wait, do what now?
What?
Like with the rings and stuff. Like me growing up in my generation, like that really mattered. But I would say after he probably passed, it's kind of been watered down as far as the rings.
No, it matters. But here's the difference. If you're talking rings, what we talk about is Michael Jordan was 6-0.
Yeah.
Right.
That's one of the reasons why people put MJ as the GOAT, because he's undefeated in the finals.
Yep.
But MJ didn't play 6 years. MJ played 13, 14 years.
Right.
So we ignore all the years that he didn't win it.
Mm-hmm.
And we knock LeBron because he went 8 years in a row, but he only won 4 titles in his 20 years of playing, right?
Right.
So you're better off if you're LeBron if you didn't make it to the finals, because you get knocked because you lost. People forget about Kobe. His after 2010, 2011, after he won the back-to-back with Gasol with those Lakers teams, the Lakers won't make it in the playoffs.
Right. Sir, you're
Kobe was putting up individual numbers, but he was not efficient. He was gunning. He was putting up lots of points, but the team wasn't winning. He had zero trust in his teammates. And what we do right now is we give that the MAMBA mentality. Kobe, in those interviews, he'll say, why am I going to pass you the ball? Because I see in practice you don't work as hard as me. Then guess what? You never going to pass the ball to anybody.
Never, ever.
On the Olympic team, you never going to pass the ball to anybody because it's all about you.
And he didn't.
And that's why I also have him in my top 3, Ben.
Who?
Team USA needed him.
Of course. But not because
to
of
get him over the
talent,
top. Who they make that call to? Let me call Cole.
Yeah.
Listen, they needed Kobe because of work ethic.
People forget, man. People were really comparing Kobe and Michael Jordan together in the same.
Listen. They compared them because of the way they played.
They look the
Let
same.
me tell you the difference. Let me tell you the difference.
Like analysts were out there saying that this is the best player in the world right now.
Right, he was the best player in the world, but he's not the GOAT. And he was never considered as a in the debate of the GOAT. Listen, in order to be the GOAT, here's what I think you got to do. Number one, you have to dominate your era. Okay? Let's look at Kobe's era.
He didn't dominate.
How many MVPs does he have?
Kobe didn't dominate his era?
How many MVPs does Kobe have? Hang on. How many MVPs does Kobe have?
You know that's skewed. You know that's skewed. You know.
Hang on. Let's talk about that. How many does he have?
Okay.
Hang on.
One,
How many does he have? He got one.
Yep.
How many, Jay? Do you think? Listen to me. How many do you think he should have?
Realistically, I think he should have 2. Realistically.
Okay. If you look and you tell me what the second one was supposed to be, I'll bet you it wasn't Kobe. I'll bet you it was Bron or it was Chris Paul.
Hold on,
People try to say
you're saying in the standings, like who was second?
No, I'm saying so. I think we agree that Steve Nash should have 0 MVPs.
Yes, we do agree that. Yes, he should.
0.
Okay, but if you look at who finished second behind Steve Nash in those 2 years,
oh, you're saying I bet
neither year was it Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Think about when Kobe was in the peak of his powers, right?
Mm-hmm.
After I'm gonna say it's after LeBron. I mean after Shaq
left,
got traded.
Yep, and he had to get Gasol.
Right, but I'm gonna say let's pick the years, Jay. You could probably say what was the 3-peat year for the Lakers with Shaq?
That was back in the like
The
early
2000s?
2000s. Early
What were
2000s.
those years? Were they were like 20?
2003?
What was it?
What are you talking about? The 2000 years?
Yeah, yeah.
What was the year? What was the years that they three-peated?
With who?
With Shaq.
With Kobe and Shaq.
Okay, hold on. Okay,
Was
Shaq.
that like 2000, 2001, 2002, something like that?
Yes. Yes.
Or
Yeah.
two, three,
Yeah,
four?
2000. Yeah.
It was the 1999 season all the way into the '02 season.
Yeah.
No, they didn't do nothing in
Oh
99.
no, it was 2000, 2001, 2002,
Yeah, that's what I'm
2000.
saying. It was the
They did
2000,
it.
2001, 2002. That
No,
one.
2000, 2001, and 2002. Yeah.
That's when they three-peated?
Yes,
Yes.
they three-peated.
Because I don't think that's right, because LeBron was in the league then, right?
Uh,
LeBron didn't come into the league till 2003.
yeah, like I said, that 2000, 2000, 2000, 2001,
Yeah,
2002.
2002. Yeah.
3 years.
That's
Okay.
repeat. Yes.
So, okay. So let's say the year after that, let's say is when Kobe kind of hit his peak.
Okay, so 2003.
2003.
And he didn't
Okay.
win the
So,
MVP until '08.
and let's say 2003 to 2000. When did he win their last one with Pau Gasol?
Well,
Somebody Google it.
hold on.
2010 maybe?
Mhm.
Yeah, because he won, like I said, he won the MVP for the league in '08.
NBA champion.
Then you got to
10
win
or 11, let's say.
What day was it?
Kobe's rings.
It was, oh, yeah, 2009, 2010.
Okay. Kobe got one MVP to show for that time
Mhm.
and two rings that he won after Shaq, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody was saying that he was getting robbed of MVPs because by 2006, LeBron was seen as the best player in the league. And you can look at MVP votes, you can look at win shares, you can look at all that stuff. Kobe's reign ended when LeBron figured out what he was doing. And I'm talking about before he went to Miami.
That was
So
Cleveland.
you can't tell me that Kobe
Ron was ducking now when he was in Cleveland now.
you can't tell me Kobe was running the league because when LeBron, I would say after LeBron's second year, maybe third year, LeBron was the best player in the league.
I think
And if you're and
05.
if you're dominating, you got to have more than one MVP to show for it.
I think it was the 05-06 Cavaliers who went to the finals. And if
Yeah.
you look at that roster, it was
with nobody but him.
yeah.
They gave him zero help.
You know what the big's name was?
Didn't they lose to a center?
No, they lost to
Dwight Howard and
They
them?
got what?
they got
What?
swept. They got
Didn't they
swept.
lose
I
to Dwight
forget.
Howard and them?
and
No, they got beat.
06.
They got beat by the Spurs, I think.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
they
that
got
year
beat.
that Kobe and Braun was supposed to meet up in the finals? But Braun lost his matchup. They lost their matchup.
It wasn't any year because Kobe had been in the finals since 2010.
This is when this would have been when LeBron was with the
Not
Cavs.
2010.
I don't know. I don't remember that.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't remember. I know what you're talking about. Did they lose to Boston? They lost to Boston. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
I thought it was Orlando.
Because Kobe, they beat Boston right for one of their titles with Gasol.
We're talking about yeah. Talking about Kobe and them. Yeah.
That was supposed to be Cleveland.
Okay.
That's when he beat
But they
KG.
got beat by Boston.
Yeah, he beat that. That was like that triple overtime game, and everybody was exhausted. He got the last rebound. I think they won by 5. Threw the ball up in the air. Everybody passed out afterwards because they
No,
But anyway,
it was
anyway.
the Magic. It was the 08-09 season. LeBron James, he won his first MVP. The Cavs had the NBA's best record,
Okay.
and they were supposed to beat Orlando to win. That's when Lakers would have faced them. But
Okay.
that's when
But
the
did they
Lakers
get-
ended
but
up
did
beating
they get-
Orlando.
Wow.
They must have got beat by the Celtics because they never lost to Orlando
No,
in the finals.
No, this is not the finals. This is Eastern Conference finals.
Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
But when did Orlando? Listen, Orlando didn't make it to the finals to play the Lakers, did they?
Yes, they did. That's
Yeah,
what we're
really?
talking about. This is
That's when they lost. When they had Hito Turkoglu, Jameer Nelson, Dwight Howard.
2009.
Yeah.
Okay.
2009.
09, not 8.
So the Lakers beat them, and then they beat the Celtics.
You're thinking of another year.
Well, they did beat the Celtics
They
once.
did beat the Celtics, but the Lakers beat Orlando one year to win the championship.
Okay, I don't remember that, but I got you.
Hold on. What year did
Yeah.
Lakers?
Okay, I don't remember Dwight making it to the finals.
No, he did. That's what I said.
2009,
They
yeah.
lost
So
to
they beat
the
in
center.
2009. They beat the Orlando Magic in 5 games. Then in 2010, they beat Boston in a
Okay, there we go.
seven-game
That's
series.
what I was thinking about. Gotcha.
Yeah, so that's 2010 is when they had the 7-game
But,
series and they took it to the wire, double overtime.
but I
Yeah.
do know is as far as Kobe, AJ, I'm not saying it really holds any weight now per se, but I know then it was a big deal when he changed numbers and he started having all these accolades with the different numbers
Come
when
on,
he went 8 to 24.
Now that I will give you.
That was a
So
big thing.
I couldn't stand number 24, Kobe.
I thought you couldn't stand number 8.
No, sorry. I couldn't stand number 8, Kobe,
Yeah,
because
I
he
thought
was
he
the
went to
Michael
8.
Jordan clone.
Yeah,
He was the Michael Jordan clone.
yeah.
He walked like him, talked like him, did everything like him. He was not his own person. When he switched to 24 and he got in that trouble in Denver, he shaved his head, he got rid of the fro. That's when the Mamba mentality came out, where Kobe was like, I got to show these people that I'm a different dude. That was the Kobe I seriously respected. But even with that, Kobe was putting up big numbers, and a lot of his teams, especially at the end, didn't win jack.
I
Yeah.
got you. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So you can't tell me that you're a top 3 when you don't have MVPs. And yes, the media votes for MVP, but you can't go back and look in time and tell me that Kobe was dominating those years, that he was getting MVPs that LeBron shouldn't have got, or that Kobe's putting up numbers that he should have been. That's why, even though I'm a LeBron guy, I got MJ as the GOAT because I think he dominated his era more than anybody dominated their era. LeBron has it for longevity, and everything in me wants to say LeBron, and I think he's a better basketball player. I think he's a better teammate. I think he's a better face of the league. But LeBron, nobody's dominated an era like MJ. So that's why I got MJ as my GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't put Kobe in the conversation. I definitely have him top 10 because his effect on the game and longevity. But in the GOAT conversation, no. A lot of this stuff is all
Conjecture.
Yeah.
So, question, AJ. Since you look at it from that standpoint, right? If you could choose, which career would you rather have? Mind you, I know this person is still playing. They're not done with what they have to do. Jokic or Kobe?
So right now, I would probably have to say Kobe because of the longevity and the lasting impact on the game.
Okay.
But Jokic, but Jokic right now is dominating his era more than Kobe ever dominated his. But he only has one.
That's what I wanted you to go to. Yep, that's what I wanted you to get at, because Jokic has MVPs, but he doesn't have the championships. Kobe has the championships, but not the MVPs.
Well, and Jokic does have one.
He got one.
If he had 0, it'd be a different story.
Okay.
Jokic has clearly been the best player in the league for the last 5 years. Has he won the MVP every year? No.
No.
No, well, we have a theory on
Has his team won the finals every year? No.
Nope.
But the things that dude is doing, to me, I think he's been dominating the league for at least the last 5 years. I think Giannis is up there as far as dominance, but I think Joker is dominating even more than him.
You only gave your top 1 so far. So
yeah, who you got, AJ?
I got MJ number 1. I got Bron number 2.
All right.
And then for me again, like what y'all were saying, it gets tricky because for impact to the game, I got Magic and Bird.
Yeah.
Because they literally saved the league. And in the 80s, nobody ate but those two.
Yep.
Like, no jokers dominated. Bird won all the MVPs. Magic was in the finals every year.
Every year.
Isaiah's boys got two of them. I'll give them that. But Magic and Bird saved the league, so I got to give them credit. And I can't speak to Bill Russell and Oscar Robertson because it was in the 60s, and I can't.
You can't
it's
see
just before my time. But if the stories are even close to being true, then Wilt, to me, is the most dominant player ever. If you look at what he did to his era,
killed him.
even way over Shaq. Bill Russell has got to be the greatest leader and winner ever based on what he did to his era.
Defensive player.
And then Oscar Robertson was the master of the triple-double before anybody else could do it. So I got to give those three dudes credit, but I can't put them in the top 5 because I just didn't see him play. And I'm just going by what I'm hearing.
Gotcha.
I got to say Duncan has to be up there because even though he's quiet, you got to remember that Joker won 5 titles.
Quietly.
He was winning. He wasn't like loud and dominant, but he got 3 MVPs during that time. He got 5 titles. You know, they weren't winning it back to back to back. They'd win one, they'd lose one, they'd win one, they'd lose 2, they'd win one. So they had like a long, like a Patriots type of run. And then I got to say Steph. I got to agree with Steph being in my top 10 because of his impact to the game and being the best shooter ever.
Let me ask you this, AJ.
Yep.
So this is one is just a thought. Growing up, when I heard of top 5, other than Mike and Kobe, because they do play the same position, everything used to go from point guard all the way to center to where now younger cats are saying, "Oh, my top 5 is all point guards." And you're like, "What?"
Well, but because now it's positionless in basketball, right? So if you're doing your top 5, it doesn't have to be position. If you're going to say who you think is the greatest starting 5 of all time, then that's where you'd have to do positions.
Yeah.
And then my
All-Star game.
My next question would be, since we are talking about where Kobe ranks in top 10s and things like that, would your top 5 or top 10 be any different if no player that you could pick, so Mike is going to be out of the question, probably, to where they were dominant, but they didn't have a dynasty?
No, you're talking about
Give me an example.
like a Charles Barkley.
Yeah, like a Charles Barkley.
Or a Julius Erving, or a who was it? Who was the floor general for Boston all them years? The point guard.
You talking about like
Rondo?
Bob Cousy?
No. Yeah, like back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. I mean,
I would say none of those dudes were dominant. They were good players on good teams, but think about the 80s, right?
So you're saying every person in the top 5 probably has a dynasty. That's what you're saying.
Say that again.
You're saying most people in people's top 5 has a dynasty behind it.
No, not necessarily, because again, Wilt only won 1 title, maybe 2. I can't remember, but he was the most dominant statistical dude in the history of the league. But he only has 1 title. So
we're still waiting for that game footage, that 100 point game.
Look, you know he got 100 points, man. Stop that. Leave that alone.
I'm still waiting on that.
The man got 100 points.
I cannot believe that. No.
You ain't got to believe it. It's part of the lore of basketball.
It was the pacing of the game. There was no way that guy could score 100 in a game unless he was
Look, the girls.
Yeah, but you got to think he shot 50 free throws in that game, I think.
I mean, so Devin Booker had 70.
Yeah. Kobe had 81.
That's right.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell had 71. Damian Lillard had 71.
Yeah, they sure record. But look,
LaMelo had 71 in high school.
Look, they can't do it. They can't do it. Not enough balls to go around.
You can't tell me if right now, if Kevin Durant tomorrow said, "I want to score 100," and everybody on his team was down with it,
He could.
that joker could score 100. And you know why he could score 100? Because at a certain point, it'd be like Kobe's last game,
Yeah.
where everybody was like, let's just see what he can do.
Yeah.
They'd be giving him
Just let him
open
do it.
shots.
And no non-contesting shots. Hold up. And mind you, Wilt did that with a 3-point line.
Yeah.
Even more proof that he couldn't have done that.
Man, yes, you can, man. I'm telling you.
Hey,
Look,
Cheryl
look.
Miller scored 100 in a high school girls game.
Hold up. And his sister said, "That's all you got." You talking
No,
about Reggie Miller?
Reggie scored 60
Yeah.
and then was like, hey,
Yeah.
Cheryl, guess what? I scored 60. And she's like,
That's
oh,
it?
that's nice. He said, what'd you get?
100?
101.
What's an aspect that most people don't think about when they have to consider their Hall of Fame guys or their GOATs?
I think people always want to count rings
What will they do? Rings like
because it favors the guys they like. And let's just be real. People love MJ and people love Kobe more than they love Bron because they try to hold against Bron. He moved to a different team. He had to team up with his friends. People hate on LeBron, but they don't hate on Jordan or Kobe.
So we're doing just by the player. Kobe, you don't think Kobe can beat Larry Bird 1-on-1?
No.
See, we're not talking about one-on-one. One-on-one, Kyrie might beat everybody.
Yeah, because he can dribble like crazy. But yeah, we coming up on our commercial break.
Yep.
So we're going to stop right there and then we're going to jump back in. Like I said, so remember that what you just said, which was that's a nice topic. Who would
Not
win?
even 1-on-1, just 5-on-5. Who would be more impactful? Like
we could do 1-on-1.